welcome back to my channel. I'm Nishita and you're watching NamahSlay. First of all, let me tell you thank you so much for all the love and support on my previous videos, especially जिन लोगों ने subscribe किया, thank you so much. And अगर आप नए हो और आपने subscribe नहीं किया हो, then please do subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram, then this is the handle right here. If you want to send me emails, then this is the email ID right here. So let's go to today's vlog now. Brussels is the capital of Belgium and that's where I landed. मेरा flight land हुआ Brussels में and I wanted to capture both the night as well as the day because it was Christmas time, it was New Year, तो उसका night भी the city was completely lit up. So plus there were some monuments that looked amazing during the day, तो मैंने वो भी capture किया है. So this video is basically a Brussels city tour. It is an official kind of city and I'm pretty sure you'll like it. और अगर आप नए हो and you haven't watched my previous videos in the Belgium vlog series, then I'll be providing the link in the description. Please do go watch it. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. बहुत मेहनत की है मैंने उन videos के लिए, तो go watch them too. और एक चीज़, do watch this video till the end because in the end I have mentioned the top best and the worst things that I found in this country. And if you want to go and visit it sometime, आपको it will be helpful for you. So do watch till the end. Tiny road here where you can see the bus is literally the only space for vehicles. Everything else is for people to walk. Literally everything else, which is so impressive. This right here is the only space for vehicles. The Grand Place is right in the center of Brussels and it is surrounded by the city's town hall and the King's House, or also called as Bread House. This is one of the most important tourist destinations in Brussels and is also considered one of the most beautiful squares in Europe. Also, this place is filled with the Christmas market usually during this time, but due to the pandemic, all they have is one beautiful Christmas tree. Every 2 years in August, they organize or they arrange a 19,000 square feet flower carpet right here in the center. The security here is pretty tight. If you can see, there is a police car standing right behind me there, and I was pretty impressed by this. As I told you in my previous video, I had waffles every single day I was there. So the first waffles that I tried was simple cream and chocolate waffle, and it was amazing. I just stood there in Grand Place and enjoyed the view while I enjoyed my yummy waffle. Next, let's move on to St. Hubert Gallery. Once you enter, you're hit by a wave of gold there, but these things keep changing as any festivals or any occasions come up. For now, they had these beautiful origamis hanging from the ceiling in gold as well as in color. It looked really, really beautiful. I found this beautiful church called St. Catherine's Church right in the center while I was just touring the city, and I loved how the colors changed. Manneken Pis is a bronze statue of a little boy who is urinating into the fountain's basin. This is the most famous landmark in the city, in the country actually. I have found so many souvenirs. They have chocolate souvenirs. They are completely obsessed with this statue, and this current statue is actually a replica. The main one is kept in Brussels City Museum. This is a symbol of the people of Brussels. It shows their sense of humor and their independence of mind. One more noteworthy landmark is the Atomium. This was originally constructed for the 1958 Brussels World Fair. Now it is a museum. This unique structure forms the shape of an iron crystal which is magnified 165 billion times. Today is my last day in Belgium, and I am checking out today. My flight is in the afternoon at 1:30. For that, I always wanted to check the European Parliament. It's luckily on the way to the airport, so I decided to go there first. I'm going to check out early. For this is practically the European Parliament where all the huge European Union decisions are taken. Chalo, let's head out. So we are finally at the European Parliament, and as you can see, all of the European Union flags are right there. And finally, I catch a train from Luxembourg station, which is closest to the European Union, and from there I go to the Brussels airport. The train station opens up right into the airport, and you need to take an elevator which goes up to the departure gates. And finally, I board my flight back to Ireland, back home, back to the Emerald Isle after an amazing trip which I will cherish forever and ever. First, let me talk about the 5 worst things that I felt when I was in Belgium. One was that the day I reached Brussels it was pretty late. It was around 4:30, and by the time I stepped out to take a tour of the city, it was almost 6 p.m. And when I moved out, I saw that everything had started closing already. So things close pretty soon there. And I asked people there, is it because of the pandemic and everything? So they were like, no, this is normal. By the time it was 9 p.m, everything closes down except for the waffle place, because I asked them specifically what time they close, and they told me that it was 12 p.m. So at least there's something there to enjoy after 9 p.m. But then if you're a tourist, you should get things done soon, before 7 p.m. at the max. The thing that I would move on to was, because of the first point, I would say that the nightlife there would be a little boring. वो part में दिखा ही होगा, you know, the shots that I've taken during night, they were pretty empty. Everything was closed down. There was not much open in the back. Many people on the road there, and yeah, it can get a little boring during the night. So that is one more. The third thing that I noticed was that when I traveled from Brussels to Bruges by train, the announcements, you know, all the boards and the signs, everything was in French. So it was so difficult for me to understand. I had to ask people around. Even when they announce the station names, it's difficult to understand because the way they say Brussels, the way they say Bruges is different than what we say. So yeah, that is one more thing. I would love it if they had some signs in English, or at least announcements in English. That's a third point. The fourth point, what I noticed was when I traveled from the airport to my hotel on the very first day, they charged me around 50 euros for around 14 kilometers, which was really expensive. Even after staying in one of the most expensive cities in the world, which is Ireland, I am saying that the taxi was expensive. So yeah. And the fifth thing that I would like to point out was that the people there are not overly friendly with you. I don't know if it's normal all over the world, but after you stay in Ireland, where people are so friendly with you, every other sentence, you know, starts with please, oh, thank you, and sorry, and everything here, that, you know, you're used to that kind of kindness. So the top worst things that I found in the country, obviously they are not so bad. And now let's move on to the top 5 best things. The best thing, the first thing that I found there was the city is really safe and it is very disciplined there. The people follow the rules to perfection, because as मैंने आपको बोला था, in the Grand Palace, when I went to visit the Grand Palace, there was a police car in the corner. Even though there were less people, they keep a watch on their citizens, they keep a watch key what's going on. And also, if you're walking, especially during this pandemic, you're not allowed to walk on the streets without a mask, travel without a mask, it's not allowed. They remind you that you need to wear it. Just like vehicles have lanes, like if you're going towards this side of the city, you have to travel on this side of the road, and if you're going towards this side, you travel on this side of the road. So just like that, even if you're walking in the city, if you're walking towards this side of the city, you need to walk on the left, and if you're walking back, you need to walk on the right. You can't, you know, go on either side of the streets. This is all during the pandemic, so they have taken a lot of care to bring down their numbers. I like that about the city. One thing that I found was amazing is that each and every place there has such a deep history. If you just pick up some spot there or some monument, it goes back and back to the 12th, 13th, 14th century. It has a gothic feel and that Romanian kind of culture there, which I loved. And the third thing that I liked is the food. The chocolates and the waffles there are so amazing. I know you find chocolates and waffles all over the world, but I can give you an example. If you eat butter chicken or, you know, paneer butter masala in India, it is so different than what you find in all the other countries. So in the same way, agar aapne chocolate and waffles khaya in Belgium, it has a different authenticity in it which you won't find, you know, anywhere else. So that point that I would like to highlight is that the transportation. The transportation is really good. The cities are connected so well by train. I mean, in city they have buses, they have trains, they have even these tiny electric scooters kind of thing that you can rent out. So yeah, I like that about the city. It's very well connected and it's easy to reach from one city to the other. If you guys are into alcohol and you like beer, Belgium has a wide range, a wide variety of beer. They have beers with varying levels of alcohol, and you have shops where they have names, you know, saying 250 types of beers. You have pubs which are obviously closed now, but if you go sometime in the future, it will be open. You have different kinds of beers, different colors of beers also. I've heard they have a lot of beers and different varieties and flavors. So if you're into it, you can go and check that out too. That's it, guys. That's the top 5 things that I loved about the city. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Also, do stay tuned for my next video. video, especially those of you who want to come to study in Ireland. I am going to be making a very good informative video about the top universities that we have here. If you want to know more about education in Ireland, do subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself and don't forget to keep slaying.